Hello everyone, welcome back to English class. Let's continue with our chapter number 4, Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. Today would be the last day for this chapter. Till now, we have read about yesterday, like we have read about Bipin Babu confirmed his injury and talked to Dinesh and again communicated with Chunni Lal, and at last almost losing his memory and not able to recall everything. So, we have left on page number 67. Bipin Babu had to turn away from Chunni's incredulous stare. It was the last line which we have read yesterday. Now I am continuing from the next line. So please, dear students, look at your book carefully, okay, and listen attentively how I am reading and how I will explain the chapter. Do you remember what my last job was? Asked Chunilal. Of course, you worked in a travel agency. Now, what happened? Bipin Babu asked Chunilal asked from Bipin, have you remembered about my last job? In which job I was working at the last time? Then of course you worked in a travel agency. Then Bipin Babu told that you were in a travel agency. You were working in the travel agency. You remember that, and you don't remember that it was I who fixed up your railway booking for Ranchi. I went to the station to see you off. One of the fans in your compartment was not working. I got an electrician to fix it. Have you forgotten everything? Whatever is the matter with you? You don't look too well, you know. Then what happened? Chunilal said, if you remembered the last job of mine, then how could you forget that it was only me who booked railway tickets for you? Here he had written railway bookings for Ranchi. It was Chunni only who booked railway tickets for Bipin Babu. I went to the station to see you off, and he went to the station with Bipin Babu, and also one fan was not working of his compartment. Then he also appoint an electrician to rectify it. And have you forgotten everything? Then Chunni asked him, are you forgetting each and everything about this? And whatever is the matter with you? Means whichever whatever kind of problem are you facing, but you don't look too well, you know, and you know very well now this time you are not looking very well, means you are not healthy at all. So next, what happened? On the same page, Bipin Babu sighed and shook his head. Sighed means emit a long deep breath, audible breath expressing sadness. Sighed, emit a long deep breath. So Bipin Babu just took a sigh and shook his head. He had moved his head. I have been working too hard, he said at last. That must be the reason. Must see about consulting a specialist. Then Bipin Babu said, I have been working too hard. He had been working too hard in his firm. It might be the reason that he was not feeling well. So he must see about consulting a specialist. So must see about consulting means he should or he may have to consult a doctor, specialist for this kind of illness. Doubtless, it was Bipin's condition which made Chunilal leave without mentioning anything about a job. As we have read earlier that Chunni always used to meet Bipin Babu for the job purpose only, but now undoubtedly, he saw Bipin's condition. Bipin's was not in a good condition. He was facing some problems, so Chunilal left without mentioning anything about a job. So Chunni Lal hadn't talked about any kind of job. Next, it would be the last para for this page only. I am going to read the last para of the page number 67. Paresh Chanda was a young physician with a pair of bright eyes and a sharp nose. He became thoughtful when he heard about Bipin Babu's symptom. Look, Dr. Chanda, said Bipin Babu desperately. Here is a word, desperately. You must cure me. You must cure me this horrible illness, I can't tell you how it's affecting my work. Now, Paresh Chanda, a new person entered in the story. He was a doctor, young physician, okay, with a pair of bright eyes. Paresh Chanda, having bright eyes and sharp nose, he became thoughtful when he heard about Bipin Babu's symptom. Became thoughtful means he was thinking for some time when he heard about the problem of Bipin Babu. Look, Dr. Chanda. Then Bipin Babu told him desperately. Okay, here is the word desperately, which means uh, in a serious way. Okay, Bipin Babu told him about his illness in a serious way and asked him, you must cure me for this horrible illness. Cure means heal me, treatment, provide me the treatment of this horrible. Horrible means dangerous, terrible. He used the word horrible for his illness. Okay, mental illness. I can't tell you how it's affecting my work. Affecting means influencing. Okay, so Bipin Babu said, I can't explain you how much this illness affecting, influencing my work. Turn the page. Next page, page number 68. Dr. Chanda shook his head. Okay, Dr. Chanda heard and shook his head. You know what, Mr. Chaudhary, he said, I have never had to deal with a case such as yours. Frankly, this is quite outside my field of experience, but I have one suggestion. I don't know if it will work, but it's worth a try. To can do no harm. Bipin Babu leaned forward anxiously. Then what happened? Dr. Chanda added that, Mr. Chaudhary, I am a young physician, okay, so I have never dealt with this kind of case in my career till now. I had never heard about this kind of case, so it is completely out of my experience. It is not of my field, but still I have a suggestion for you. I don't know it will work, would it work or not, but I can suggest a suggestion only. I can give you an advice. Only one treatment I have for you. Then Bipin Babu leaned forward anxiously, bent forward towards the doctor. Anxiously means full of excitement. He just leaned forward because he wanted to know the treatment. Now I am going to read this para first, so please, dear students, listen carefully. As far as I can make out, said Dr. Chanda, and I think you are of the same opinion. You must have been to Ranchi, but due to some unknown reason, the entire episode has slipped out of your mind. What I suggest is that you go to Ranchi once again. The sight of the place may remind you of your trip. This is not impossible. More than that, I cannot do at the moment. I am prescribing a nerve tonic and a tranquilizer. Sleep is essential or the symptoms will get more pronounced. Then what Dr. Chanda suggested him, as far as I can make out, only one thing I can do for you, and I think you are the same opinion, means if I will give you opinion, then obviously you will agree with this. You must have been to Ranchi. I think you had gone to the Ranchi, but due to some unknown reason, there was not a specific reason. Because of unknown reason, the entire episode, the entire incidents of Ranchi had slipped out of your mind, had gone out of your mind. What I suggest is that you go to Ranchi once again. Just go to Ranchi once again. Just feel the place, see all the buildings, see all the places which you have heard, you have visited there, and just repeat the process once again. Okay, so the sight of the place, why he had suggested this, the sight of the place may remind you of your trip, because if you went there and you will find other things, if you find go to the same place again, might be it work and you will remind, you can able to recall the previous trip. This is not impossible, it can be done. More than that I cannot do at that moment, and except this I can't give you any kind of treatment. I am prescribing a nerve tonic and tranquilizer only, a medicine. Here tranquilizer means a medicine to reduce stress and anxiety. So he told him that I am giving you just a tonic and a medicine only, so that the stress can be reduced. Sleep is essential. Sound sleep is essential, or the symptoms will get pronounced. Pronounced means clear, more clearly it will come out if you will not follow these instructions carefully. So now what happened? Before comprehension check, a para is given, so I am reading that para. Bipin Babu felt somewhat better the next morning. After getting prescribed tonic and the medicine now, and the next morning Bipin Babu felt little bit better. After breakfast, he rang up his office, gained some instructions, then procured a first class ticket for Ranchi for the same evening. Then what he had done in the morning, first of all he made call to office and he instructed each and everything, because he had to leave for 2-3 days. So he just instructed all the things and procured means got, with a little difficulty. Procured means able to arrange first class ticket for him, as he wanted to leave for Ranchi at the same evening. Okay, not in the next day, for the same evening. Now I am going to read the fourth part of this chapter. Look at the book, dear students. Getting off the train at Ranchi next morning, he realized at once that he had never been there before. So he left on the same evening and reached there in the next morning, and he got off from the train in the next morning, and he realized that he had never been there before. He had never come here before. He came out of the station, took a taxi and drove around the town for a while. Okay, he just came out the station with the help of taxi. He just take a round in the town. He realized that the streets, the buildings, the hotels, the bazaar, the Moravadi hills, with none of these had be the slightest acquaintance. Okay, acquaintance means knowledge or familiarization, means he had never been here. He was not able to make familiarization with even a single thing. Would a trip to Hudro Falls help? As Parimal Ghosh told him about Hudro Falls, so he was thinking, might it works? So he didn't believe so. Means he had not any kind of belief, but at the same time he didn't wish to leave with the feeling that he hadn't tried enough. He didn't want to go barehanded, means he wanted to try each and everything, so he just left for there. So he arranged for a car and left for Hudro in the afternoon. So he, at the same time, in the same afternoon, he went to Hudro Falls also, because he didn't want to go with this regret that he had not tried for once. On the next page number 69, at the beginning, one para is given. At 5 o'clock the same afternoon in Hudro, two Gujarati gentlemen from a group of picnickers discovered Bipin Babu lying unconscious beside a boulder. When he came round, the first thing Bipin Babu said was, I am finished, there is no hope left. So what happened at 5 o'clock, at the same time, same day, same afternoon is going on, when he was in Hudru, he became unconscious. Unconscious means lost his conscious, senseless, and two persons from there, two Gujarati persons there from picnickers, they were there, they came there for the picnic, and they found Bipin Babu lying unconscious. So what they did, when he came round, the first thing Bipin Babu said was, I am finished, there is no hope left. So when he become conscious and came out from his senseless and become sensitive again, then what he said, I am finished, because he had lost all his hope. Next morning Bipin Babu was back in Calcutta. He lived there for one day only, and the next morning he was back in Calcutta. He realized that there was truly no hope for him. He realized that no hope left for him. Okay, he became hopeless for his cure. Soon he would lose everything. He will to work, his confidence, his ability, his balance of mind. An incident which he forgot completely. Don't know it took place or not, but as one person said and 2-3 gave them confirmation, and he was not able to recall the moment. Only because of all these things, Bipin Babu was thinking like he was becoming mad. Soon what will happen to him? Soon he would lose everything. He is going to lose everything, means his will to work, his confidence, his ability, his balance of mind, and he will become a mad person. Was he going to end up in the asylum? Asylum is a mental hospital, means he was thinking like he would be in mental hospital very soon. Bipin Babu couldn't think anymore, so he was not able to think any more other thing. He was just thinking about the mental asylum only. Now on the same page there is a picture, and above the picture a para is line. Back home he rang up Dr. Chanda and asked him to come over. Then after a shower he got into bed with an ice bag clamped on his head. Just then the servant brought him a letter which someone had left in the letter box, a greenish envelope with his name in red ink on it. So what happened? Back home he was having rest, and then he called Dr. Chanda and told him to just came here for the treatment. And then he took shower and just got into the bed with an ice bag clamped on his head. Clamped means squeezed. He just put ice bag for some comfortable on his head. And then what happened? His servant, and you can see in the picture his servant came with an envelope, okay, and he found the envelope in the letter box, a green colored envelope with his name in red ink on it, and with the red ink his name was written over the envelope. Now what he found in the envelope? Above the name it said, below the picture a para is here, above the name it said urgent and confidential. In spite of his condition, Bipin Babu had a feeling that he ought to go through the letter. He tore open the envelope and took out the letter. This is what he read. Then what he regardless of how he felt at that moment, because on the letter what is written over there? Urgent and confidential. So in spite of his condition, regardless of how he felt at that moment, Bipin Babu could anticipate that he should open and read this letter. So he tore open the envelope and took out the letter, and what he read there, this is what he read. Now it is a letter which he got. It is on the page number 70 at the beginning. Dear Bipin, it is for him only. I had no idea that affluence would bring about the kind of change in you that it has done. Was it so difficult for you to help out an old friend down on his luck? I have no money, so my resources are limited. What I have is imagination, a part of which I used in retribution of your unfeeling behavior. Well, you will be all right again now. A novel I have written is being considered by a publisher. If he likes it enough, it will see me through the next few months. Yours, Chunnilal. So this letter was written by Chunnilal, and the letter began with a salutation to Bipin. The writer of the letter had further shown disappointment at how much wealth had changed him. As it is given, affluence means prosperity to whom? Prosperity of Bipin Babu completely changed him. Was it so difficult? Because he had never helped Chunnilal, his old friend. So he was asking, was it difficult for him to help his old friend, and when he was facing some trouble? Because of his bad luck he was facing trouble. Couldn't he help him anymore? I have no money. Then Chunnilal was saying that he had no money, he had limited resources, but one thing was he having was the imagination, and with the help of imagination, a part of which I used in retribution means revenge. He used his part of imagination for taking revenge from Bipin Babu and unfeeling behavior. Why he had taken? Because of unfeeling means heartless, ruthless behavior. Because Bipin Babu treated him always with unfeeling, heartless nature, so Chunnilal wanted to take revenge, and he took revenge with the help of imagination. Well, you will be all right again now. After this letter, you will be all right. Obviously, you will be fine. A novel I have written is being considered by a publisher. I have written a novel. Chunnilal had written a novel, and it is being considered by the publisher. If he likes it enough, if publisher would like it, then obviously I will get money and fame, name, everything with the help of the a novel only. Okay, so yours Chunnilal. This letter was written by Chunnilal, and you can see how with the help of imagination he just disturbed the mind of Bipin Babu. Now, last part of the chapter. When Dr. Chanda came, Bipin Babu said, I am fine. It all came back as soon as I got off the train at Ranchi. A unique case, said Dr. Chanda. I shall certainly write about it in a medical journal. Now, Dr. Chanda came to visit Bipin Babu, as he called him. Now Bipin Babu said to him, I am fine. It all came back as soon as I got off the train at Ranchi. So Bipin Babu revealed that he had got off his memory of the Ranchi trip as from 58 back. It all come running back as he got off the train. As he got off from the train, he was able to recall all the memory. The reason why I sent for you, said Bipin Babu, is that I have a pain in the hip from a fall I had in Ranchi, because I fell down again in Ranchi and I got a pain in my hip. So please prescribe some medicine for me. If you could prescribe a painkiller, just prescribe a painkiller to me. So it is the end of the chapter. A suspense has been over, and the suspense was that all the scene has been created by Chunnilal to just take revenge from Bipin Babu, because Bipin Babu had never helped him. Okay, so this was the story written by Satyajit Ray. A suspense element was also there. So here is the end of the chapter. Thank you so much.